Where were you?
None of your business.
I think it is my business.
I told you, it's got nothing to do with you.
Leaving me in the house with the children?
Sure, you're never here anyway.
What do you mean, never here?
Always out and about.
I'm never out.
You're out every day.
At my work?
Oh, lucky you. And I'm left here with the children.
Well looked after, aren't they?
What do you mean by that?
You couldn't give a damn about our children.
Why don't you just get out?
Get out and leave them with you.
Why don't you just pack your bags and get out?
I'm not going to leave the children with you.
The court will give me custody.
You devious!
Mummy, Daddy, please stop fighting.
Why don't you get out? You've upset the child.
I've upset the child.
Please.
Get out.
It's okay.
Get out. Get your bags and get out.
Okay.
Daddy!
What's wrong? Are the children all right? Good. Oh, why are you ringing? I'll be round to lift them in 15 minutes. What do you mean there's a problem? What? Your solicitor said what? Why did she say that? But that's not true. I gave you the money last week. Yes, but the money I gave you last week was for last week and this week. Remember? I told you. No, I had to take a day's unpaid leave this week because I had to go to Dublin and collect Uncle Arthur because it's Mommy and Daddy's 50th wedding anniversary, remember? I told you all this. And because I had to take a day's unpaid leave this week, I worked overtime last week. And that is why I paid you last week for the 2 weeks, because I knew I wouldn't have the cash this week. Oh, you thought that it was just extra money for you? Are you mad? I'm living in a bedsit and paying the bills for our house. It's tight enough. I don't have the money to give you more this week. And why should I give you 2 weeks' money last week? Oh, what do you mean there's no proof? I give you the cash, I put it in your hand. What do you mean there's no trace? I give you the cash, I put it in your hand. You have to remember. I'm coming round. Oh, I don't care what you say, I'm coming round. I want to see my children.
Forever Fathers was formed in 2001 by some gentlemen who seen the need for a support group. There was nothing in Donegal at that time in relation to unmarried, separated and divorced fathers. They asked what could they do to support these men who found themselves in this unfortunate situation. So they decided to set up a group in Balbafay. The group got together, and what they done basically was they would talk to each other about their problems, about what they faced with the court systems, the social workers, health, and they talked about their experiences. They also talked about their own opinions on matters, and through that they hoped that men would be able to educate themselves and that they would be able to take the information and the experiences of other men who are in the same situation as themselves and be able to apply it to their problem. It's been going on now for a brave while. The statistics show that out of 4 men, 1 man will commit suicide because they're not allowed to see their children. All the men are asking for is an equal right. Their equal right to be a parent, to be a father to their children. And every day they face an uphill struggle trying to achieve this. Financially, men find it very difficult. They could be working 2 jobs to try and support their children, trying to live themselves. They find themselves a lot of times stuck in bed sits. In some cases, they mightn't even have anywhere to stay. They'd be stuck in hostels. And when they find themselves in that situation, it's very hard then to get their children because they don't have a suitable place for their children to go. So it's really complex, and it's really difficult for men in that situation. We're basically trying our best to get the people like the TDs, like the counsellors, like the doctors, trying to get them all to listen, to see that there's a problem there. The fathers are being neglected when it comes to the rights for their children. The court system's letting men down big time, and they really need to, I feel, look into the whole thing of the rights for fathers. We should have equal rights, but we don't. Forever Fathers is a voluntary group. We're not funded by any government. We are an active group. We have released this booklet, Non-Resident Fathers, Rights and Responsibilities Explained. And in this booklet there's a lot of helpful information for any men who would find themselves in this unfortunate situation. And we hold meetings, 3 meetings in a month. One would be in Balbafay, the other would be in Donegal, and the other would be in Buncrana. And we urge men who find themselves in this situation, please come to these meetings and let us hear your story. And if we can help, we will.
Hello? Hello, Ellie? It's only me. It's cold out there today.
Oh, well, I'll have you a cup of tea, but sure, the electric ran out in the car and I forgot to put some money on it.
Just after coming from my mother's. You don't get out of there without your dinner, even if you've had one already.
Your mother's very good to you.
She's my mother.
My mother's got very old. I just noticed recently she's got very frail. And this whole situation with Katrina, it's taking its toll on her and the old fella. You see the worry in their faces every time they speak to me. It's their 50th anniversary this Thursday. And they would so like for Sarah and Jake to be with them for the dinner.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Do you know what Katrina said? She said I can go, as long as I wasn't there. She's no problem with them seeing their granny and granda, but I couldn't be there because it wasn't my day to have them.
What did you do?
Nothing. What can I do? It's more important for the children to be with their granny and granda than for me to be with them.
Catch yourself on. You're their son, their one and only blue-eyed boy, the one son of 5 Waynes. You know, I never knew whether to feel sorry for you, having all those women bossing you around, or jealous because of all the friends I had that were never out of your house. That was the only reason I was your friend. It wasn't for you. It was for all those good luck on the women. See, when I think about it now, Tara McLaughlin, she was beautiful. I had such a crush on her. I used to think, if only I could be around her, she would see how right I could be for her. It didn't matter that she was 16 and I was only 7. Love's young dream, mate.
Patsy, shut up! Shut up. If you're just coming here to torture me, then go!
I'm sorry, Eddie. I'm sorry. I was just trying to lift you a wee bit.
Lift me? A crane couldn't lift me.
Look, I know Katrina's being unreasonable at the minute, but she's bound to come round in time.
It's not going to happen. But it's just getting worse.
But it will
You're
get
not
better.
listening to me, Patsy. It's getting worse. Do you know why we split?
Because Katrina had an affair.
That's not the full story. I knew about the affair long before we actually split. I knew if I left, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. Unmarried fathers, I found out, don't have any rights at all. I had to bite my tongue for 6 months, knowing she was away with another man so I could keep on living with my kids.
You knew she was having an affair.
Yeah. Funnily enough, it was bearable when she was keeping it a secret. I had come to terms with deception.